Hi Gemini, welcome to your reading for December. The very first two cards that you get are from the Holy Spirit, talking about bringing you some peace and also balancing your home life with your career, from Isis. It feels like some of you might be trying to balance this, and it might be challenging as to why the Holy Spirit is bringing you peace about this. It's like everything's gonna be okay, but it feels like your energy is very like there's just a lot going on. It just feels like a lot going on. And I kept hearing, okay, I kept feeling this energy of, okay, what am I going to do about this? It's like it feels like you've been trying to work things through and it's just not working. And I don't know about you guys, but with Mercury retrograde, I had so many glitches in life. Things that typically just go smoothly just weren't. There was a lot of that. So it could be some of that kind of energy where you're just trying to work things out and things just, just running into things over and over. So Spirit wants to bring you peace about this. And, as far as home life and career, that's huge. That's a lot of your life. But Mercury retrograde or otherwise, it feels like it has some of you looking at a life review. Some of you are looking at, okay, what am I doing? What am I doing? And this is also coming up here next to prioritize. So that's another reason that it feels like some of you are doing a life review, and at the same time, Spirit is inviting you to do a life review. Just kind of pause, just stop and look at, all right, what, like a sort of, where have I been? Where have I been? Get some clarity about where I want to go and prioritize. How do you really want this to go? Things that aren't working. How do you really want things? Look at doing a life review. Like, where have I been? Where do I really want to go? And to prioritize. Prioritize maybe certain areas of your home life, certain areas of your career. Sort of get out a pen and paper and write down your priorities. You're also getting Archangel Michael coming in, talking about you're safe. You are safe. And he is coming in, to say you're safe. Okay, this card coming up would indicate that some of you maybe don't feel so safe. Whether it's physically, emotionally, not feeling really safe to prioritize the way that you really want to. That's what it feels like. That you're just not, and so he's telling you you are safe. You get to prioritize your own life. You get to prioritize how you want your life to be. Priorities. When it gets to be too much, Archangel Raphael is stepping in to say, you know what, just give us some of your worries so that you can focus on this. So you have the two, right? Archangel Michael is saying, you're safe. I'm protecting you, he's saying now. I'm protecting you so that you can do this life review and prioritize what you want to do. Get out a pen and paper. They keep showing me that. Pen and paper. Pen and paper. Like, write it down. It will help. It will help organize, as far as, if he's bringing you peace, that would indicate that there's a lot going on. So pen and paper, and these two are here to say, you know what, if you have worries, just hand them to me. I'll take them. Hand us the angels your worries and concerns. And Archangel Michael is saying, meanwhile, I'm protecting you. I'm going to stay with you and use my sword and just cut away negative energies that are trying to interfere with what you would like to accomplish, with what you're trying to accomplish. You guys are highly intelligent. It's like you know what you want, but there's just places where you're trying to balance things, and it's at the risk of, in some ways, sort of hurting you, and it's like not working. So they're saying, you know what, hand your worries over to us. We're going to protect you. You know, we're going to protect you as you prioritize. You're also getting the stress management card. This card is really interesting because the colors of it are kind of nice. It's like turquoise and green for healing, and purples, turquoise, greens. You know, the colors of this are really nice. While it's talking about stress management, the image and the colors of the image are kind of soothing, and yet the message is manage stress. This card typically comes up, you know, sometimes in these readings, Spirit will give you ways that you can manage stress, right? They often, in a lot of my readings, the archangels, the angels, the Spirit will come through and say, okay, you could get in, you know, meditate, get out in nature, solitude, right? There's different things. Drink more water. Spirit will often give you a few, Spirit will step in with a few ideas on what you can do. When this card comes up, it's talking about there's a lot of stress for you, and they're inviting you to use every stress management tool that you have to manage the stress. And this is coming up next to these two, where they're saying, okay, we're helping you, and as far as what you can do everything you can. These two are helping you. Okay, he wants to come back. The Holy Spirit's like, yep, and I'm bringing you peace all at the same time. So it's going to be okay. But see if you can manage the stress, taking care of yourself. Taking care of yourself. What goes along with the peace that the Holy Spirit is bringing you is also coming from Shamuel, is also bringing you peace. And he's also bringing you the reminder that peace comes from remembering that only love is real. Really, only love is real. So prioritize what, you know, sort of lights you up. Prioritize what you love the most. Prioritize family or career. What do you love the most? What aspects of your life do you love the most? Love is what's real. And in that embodying and perspective of your life, love is what brings the peace. And then look at this. We have, okay, I'm going to hold up all these together for you. You have Mary Magdalene talking about unconditional love. Remember that only love is real. Love is unconditional, unlimited, undying. Only love is real. We get Mary Magdalene. Only love is real. And what does she say? Love yourself, others, and every situation, no matter what the outward appearances may be. So there may be some outward appearances while you're trying to balance this, the challenge of trying to balance this. There might be some outward appearances that are, I want to say, blocking, that are where you're focusing on outward appearances that feel like they're right in your face. Like, it feels really challenging actually to embody this based on what some of you might be going through. It feels very challenging. It feels kind of in your face. And so, you know, that's another reason why these guys are coming in, especially Archangel Michael, right? Coming in, just cutting away negative energies. The outward appearances might make things look a certain way, and yet Mary Magdalene is asking you to look through the eyes of love. You also get Mother Mary. I mean, how much love is in this card? With all these beautiful, innocent, loving children, and Mother Mary just loving on all these children. You know how when a group gets together, how the energy of it is expanded? The expanded energy of love in this card is profound. Peace comes when you remember that only love is real. So 3 cards now talking about focusing on love. With regard to your brothers and sisters, and this card says, see the love in them. See only love, regardless of outer appearances and what's going on. And your brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters could be all of humanity, not just literal brothers and sisters, but they're saying for all of humanity, everyone's your brother and sister in some way. See only love in them. And you also got best friends. Best friends who love you and support you. Surround yourself with your very best friends. True friends stick together no matter what, right? I mean, that is like a powerful statement right there about focusing on what matters. And it's coming up right under the priorities. The priorities of what you love, making that a priority. Best friends stick together no matter what the outer circumstances are. Focus on love. Love is what brings peace. That's a lot of cards. This one especially. You know, all of them really. You put them all together. Again, you know, see in this card we have many children. So the energy of this love is very much expanded. And at the same time, in your reading, you have many cards coming together to invite you to focus on the love, right? Expanding this and best friends. Okay, yeah, see, it's hard to hold all of these for you guys, but if they want me to do this, they want me to hold all of these up. It's like priorities. Seeing only love, that's what's going to bring the peace for you. Yeah, that's going to help a lot. And then the stress management, you know, all of this is underneath stress management, you know, where, you know, look, she's outside, it's beautiful colors, she's with a very powerful cat, but this cat could be her pet. Spend some time with your pets. Love, anywhere you can find love, surround yourself with it. Okay, yeah, another meaning for this one, surround yourself with people who love you. Yeah, surround yourself with people who love you. And in doing that, trust that very soon things are going to work out. Very soon things are going to work out, start working out better for you guys. I think Mercury retrograde, Mercury goes forward again, I believe on the 6th, tomorrow? Today or tomorrow? Mercury goes forward again, so things should calm down. But remember only love. Surround yourself with your best friend kind of energy and trust that very soon things are going to start happening for you. Things that make you happy are going to start happening for you. So do this life review and prioritize what it is that you're really wanting. And while you're doing that at the same time, you know, do any and all of the ways that help you manage any kind of stress. Just deliberately, you know, find things that are soothing to you and peaceful. Peaceful being, you know, this being sort of the underlying undertone of your whole reading is just, you know, bringing you peace. And then things can happen for you. Trust it. Very soon. Very soon things are going to turn around. It feels like that in December. December energy feels like that for a lot of people. This has been a learning experience, and so you're getting the learning experience and teaching and learning. This is a learning experience. This has been a learning experience. This is one way for you to look at it. Perceive it that way. From sort of an observer perspective, from an observer's perspective, see how the way he's got all these light beams coming from the way that he is sort of seeing things. So they're inviting you to see the situation that way and keep an open mind, looking at the situation, that this is a learning experience. Let it be that. Learn from it. Because things are going to be turning around very soon. learn from the situation, whatever you can take from it, and then you'll be able to turn around and teach it to others. This doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to be a teacher. Some of you may be, but it doesn't mean that you have to be a teacher. This could be just in everyday life and everyday conversations. You know, you having learned from this situation, whatever's been challenging you overall, it feels really sort of all-encompassing, balancing life and career. But whatever you've learned from it, you'll be able to help others, because now you've kind of reached this new level of wisdom. You've been through something, you learned something, so you'll be able to share it moving forward. Teaching and learning. Also, they wanted me to point out, yeah, the doves. Look at the doves of peace. It's like peace is just around your reading. Peace with love. Peace and love. Look at all the doves. Look at all the doves in this. 3 cards with a dove bringing you peace. Bringing you peace about this. Yeah, that's powerful. These 3 right here, they want you to like feel into these 3. So the Holy Spirit is surrounding you with peace. When you remember that only love is what brings peace, and then as you look at this situation as a learning experience, you're able then to pass on. You know, as a teacher, she sort of has this dove and is saying, okay, now you can pass it on. Pass it on. Just as Spirit's bringing you peace, you will be able to bring others peace, having been through this situation as a teacher. Beautiful. Gemini. You guys feel really strong this month. It feels really strong. It feels a bit stressful, but you know, hopefully this reading can give you some perspective, and you know, it feels like it's so interesting doing these readings, because I feel so many of you here while I'm doing them, and because time is a man-made sort of construct, there is no time. It feels like many of you have already relaxed.